Tommy, what's going on, brother?
How y'all doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Good to see you.
It's good to see you.
Hey, AJ.
How you doing, man?
Good.
This is
Good to see
awesome.
you.
Yeah, what a surprise.
Well, it's an awesome place. Gotta come here.
Yeah, food's good, huh?
Oh, absolutely.
You have eaten here before, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. What'd you have?
Ribs.
Ribs.
Awesome.
The ribs are like freaking best, right, AJ?
Yeah, they do very well.
So now, tell me, Tommy, what brings the rock star in? Besides the food, like just like the atmosphere.
Well, the place just looks so nice and I like the smallness of the place.
Yeah.
It's nice and cozy. Kind of reminds me of home. I always liked smaller restaurants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it reminds you of home. That's right. You're from you're not from here, right?
I'm from Hungary.
From Hungary.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. It's a little bit of ways.
Yeah.
In fact, it's over 5,600 miles from Grapevine, Texas. I looked it up.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
My grandfather. That's over.
Really? That's awesome. Wow. Small world,
Getting smaller every day.
I know. Yeah, there's quite a bit of Hungarians in this country, I believe. I heard one time that there's like 2,000 around the DFW area.
Really?
Yeah, I thought there was kind of a lot.
So like you have a like a stay in contact, have a
Not really.
Facebook page you meet on?
I've met a couple, since I've been here. But no, I don't really have many friends down here.
Yeah.
Except for my wife.
Oh, okay. Cool. So tell me, the first time I saw you was here in Grapevine. It seems like maybe one of the festivals, or you know what? It may have been down the street at the place, the Tap In. I can't recall, but you were a Voodoo Blue, right?
Well, at the Tap In, I probably was just sitting in with friends.
Wow, so that was a long time ago.
Yeah, but Tollbirds, that's where we played quite a bit.
Yeah.
And we've been playing there for 8 years.
Yeah. It seemed like you guys were almost at Tollbirds almost every week. It seemed like, or
We used to. We used
Yeah.
to play every single Wednesday back in the day.
yeah, yeah, that's awesome.
Now it's like once a month or something.
Right. And it's Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yes. Yeah, well, not just Stevie. It started as a Stevie tribute band, and we still do the tribute show. But a lot of times we like to change it up a little bit. We play a lot of other stuff like Jimi Hendrix and all the blues greats: Albert King, Albert Collins, Freddie King, B.B. King.
Yeah.
Howlin' Wolf,
Oh yeah.
Johnny Hooker.
Yeah.
All the greats.
Oh man.
So
Some good names.
We got a pretty good variety of songs, and like I said, we just love to change it up. We
Yeah.
write songs too.
Oh, do you? So y'all doing some original stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, awesome. I did not know that.
Yeah, we are. I actually had some songs out on an album 10 years ago, back in Hungary, and it was a long time ago. So it's really time to come up with some new material.
Man, I'd love to hear the album.
Yeah, we're planning on releasing something hopefully later this year.
Okay.
We're
Now,
still working on songs.
So what was the previous album called?
Let Your Fingers Bleed It.
Let Your Fingers Bleed, man. That is awesome. Yeah. I'd like to. You have a copy of it?
I don't have a physical copy. I can get you a copy.
Electronic? Or,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to hear it.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, you guys are like solid, and you guys play so well together. You really enjoyed it. I noticed that, I don't know, it was Main Street Days or Great Fest last time.
Yeah.
And man, it was like when you guys started, you had a pretty big following, but by the time that you guys got into 2 or 3 songs, everyone, that whole area was covered. I mean, there was people coming from everywhere to hear these guys. It was just crazy. Yeah, it started out, moderate crowd, and it ended up as like everyone was there jamming. It was,
Yeah, last time it was, I think it was Main Street Days.
Yeah.
Last
year.
Last summer.
Yeah.
That was wonderful.
That was unbelievable, wasn't
It's
it?
wonderful.
The response was awesome. So tell me a little bit now about how you got started. How old were you when you picked up your first guitar?
I was about 7. I had a little toy guitar when I was growing up, but at about 7, I started messing around with my dad's guitar at home. He actually had a couple, so he used one for shows, and he had another one that he kept at home. I picked that one up and started just messing around, and he saw me doing that, and he showed me a couple of things, and that was it pretty much, and all the rest just came.
You were hooked.
I was hooked, and of course, I saw Stevie Ray Vaughan in the video. I was
Oh.
about 4 or 5 years old, and then actually a few years later, I saw my dad live on stage, and that's when I was like, "That's it, I gotta do this thing." And,
That's awesome.
And the main thing is the passing of Stevie really gave me the reason to do this and keep it alive. And I was just hoping that this was a dream for me, in my entire childhood, to come here to Texas, to Dallas, Texas, and do this.
Yeah, because he was Oak Cliff boy. He was,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've been over to his gravesite.
Have you?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
That's one of my most special places.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I haven't done that.
So, yeah, he means a lot to me.
Yeah.
He means a whole lot.
Well, you could tell in the way you play and everything about you, Tommy. You can tell that you emulate him to the.
I'm trying.
So it's
I'm trying. It's hard. They are extremely hard shoes to fill.
yeah, but you-
Nobody can do what he did.
Yeah.
But I'm still trying.
Well, you do well. You do well. So your dad was a big influence.
Yeah, he still is. Absolutely. He, when I saw him on stage, and it was like a live experience, and I'd never seen anything like that. And I was like 7 at the time. It was absolutely mind-blowing for me. Yeah. So, and we started playing more and more as I was growing up. At 9 or almost 10 years old, I was in my dad's band. He got me in, and I was just growing up doing this pretty much my whole life. So, and of course, I learned a lot from him, and I was listening to music at the same time. Mostly Stevie, but a lot of other stuff too.
Right.
So,
Right. Yeah, I hear you play a lot of Hendrix.
Yeah.
He was
Well,
one of
Jimmy
the-
came a little later.
Right.
Like, I had some Jimmy influence from Stevie, but then I started studying Jimmy's music and learning his songs later on. Afterwards, it's hard.
Yeah.
Very hard.
So what's your favorite song to play?
Man, I can't name just one favorite. There's so many. There's so many great songs.
Well, what are the top?
Well, by Stevie, I definitely like to play Scuttle Button. It's one of my favorite things. And Texas Flood, because that's our band's name. One thing. The other thing is it's got a lot of Albert King influence on the guitar. And I'm a huge Albert King fan. So
Cool.
of course, because of Stevie. And,
Right.
I don't know. There's quite a few. I like to play B.B. King. We play this slow song by B.B. King called "Don't Lost Your Good Thing." It's so soulful. It's awesome. And I don't know. There's so many great music, not just blues, but everything that I like.
Right. Did you ever listen to much Leonard Skinner?
Some,
Yeah.
never being like a huge fan, I guess.
Right.
Or just didn't really know them that well.
Right.
Of course, I know the big hits.
Yeah. Right. Freebird. Who doesn't know that, right? Yeah, do they ever yell that from the crowd when you're playing? Do they? I guess they do that to everybody.
Yeah,
Probably did.
Morons.
probably. It's all right, man. It's a pretty song, you know.
It is a good song.
But I'm more, if we talk about like rock and that kind of stuff, I'm more into these guys.
Zeppelin?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's my favorite.
And AC/DC.
Absolutely. AC/DC's nothing.
I'm
Yeah.
a big George Jones fan.
George Jones? he recently passed, right?
It's a sad time.
Yeah.
George Jones? Yeah, he does a lot for me.
Oh, in fact,
Another drink, please.
Stevie Ray Vaughan had a cat named George Jones. And had the dog named T-Bone. T-Bone Walker.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah, so who have you played with? Tell me some big names that you...
Well, I think I've played with quite a few people, luckily. Well, back home, back in Hungary, we used to work with this gentleman he's actually from Memphis, but he lives in Germany. He's a blues singer. His name is Eb Davis.
Hmm.
And he used to come, I was like 10 years old when he came for the first time and played with us. He sang with us. And he's like a true showman, you know, sharp dressed, everything. Awesome showman. So I played with him. He's pretty well known in Europe. And he comes back to Memphis and Arkansas, that area, to do some shows.
Right.
But I actually, I was fortunate enough to play with Tommy Shannon, Stevie's bass player.
Wow.
Yeah, it was.
That's cool. That's
It
awesome.
was almost 6 years ago when we played together. It was only one song, and that was like a lifetime
Oh, man. I can
memory. And I
imagine.
hope we can do it again.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that it's gonna happen.
Stay in contact with him?
Well, not really, but I mean, I have a connection. He's in Austin, so
Hmm.
yeah. I got to play with Muddy Waters' son.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. That was back in Hungary too,
Wow.
about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
She's been here for 10 years.
9, almost actually.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And we're glad you made it.
I am too. I'm pretty thankful, honored to be here and have a band like this and do what I do.
Right.
And have family.
Tell me, how'd you come about changing the name from Voodoo Blue to Texas Flood?
Well, you know, it's interesting that Steve, our bass player, and he's actually the former founder of the band. Like that's his band. He started it. I think around 2002, when he started the band, he wanted to name the band Texas Flood. But somebody in the band suggested to do or go with a different name because it was not supposed to be just a Stevie Ray Vaughan tribute. It was supposed to be some cover band.
Okay.
And so he went with the name Voodoo Blue because Texas Flood, you know, it's obvious.
Right.
So, you know, and that band went through a lot of changes, you know, different band members, and a singer, and different drummers, guitar players. Bass player was always the same, it was Steve.
Right.
And so went through some transformation, and finally about close to 6 years now, 6 years ago, we got together. Like I was the guitar player for Voodoo Blue. Then I went to do another project on my own, and then it was not even 2 years, but then Steve called me, and we got back together, and then our drummer Travis Montoya came to play drums, and so that trio was the thing, you know, that was it.
That's what worked.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we all three just felt like, you know, this is a different story. It's not Voodoo Blue because everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people, you know, at shows they were asking about, you know, what happened to this guy, what happened to that guy, what's the deal? And we got tired of it. We were like, we're a new band. It's called Texas Flood.
We are Texas.
We are Texas Flood.
Yeah.
That's it. You know.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
No more questions.
Right.
You know? It was that
Right.
simple.
Man, that's awesome.
So yeah, it's been a awesome last 5 years, you know, together.
Yeah. Well, you guys are awesome.
Thank you.
We've sure enjoyed it. I think my favorite Stevie Ray song is Scratch and Sniff.
Really, that's the song that we never play.
I know. I know. What's up with that?
Stevie never played it.
I know.
I don't know. It seemed like it was like a fill-in song or something like that. For
That's
the
like the studio,
step album.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He only played it at the studio. Never,
Yeah.
never found a cover or a bootleg version.
Right.
You know.
I've always liked it.
We might learn it. It's kind of hard because there's a lot of words to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Well, would you mind playing a little bit for us?
sure.
Okay, awesome. Let's
do
do it.
Awesome.
Let's do this first.
Oh, AJ. Man, he's a smart man, that AJ.
He looks thirsty.
Well, he's an awesome host.
He is. Always got to start with a little shot.
Okay, tequila, Jaeger,
And bourbon.
and bourbon. Okay.
So since you're our guest here, you get to give us a toast here. What are we drinking?
Real music
I'm good.
Real music.
and real people.
Real people. Awesome.
Thank you.
That's good
That
stuff.
was delicious.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Well, let's hear you play.
Awesome.
Yeah, play that scratch and sniff.
It's been a long time. I don't really remember the words
I'm
to
just
it,
messing with you.
but I could do that. this song in a long time.
Really?
It's sort of like a, you know, rock and roll type of thing, like Love
Mhm.
Struck Baby.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, it had different words to it.
I'll tell you what, tell us a little bit about your guitar. I'm really curious.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Okay, she is my most recent acquisition.
Uh-huh.
She is a
Took the words right out of my mouth.
1973 Fender Tele Deluxe, and that guitar has been always sweet to me because my father had a guitar just like this, an old one, same color, not as beat up as this one, and I played the first few notes live on stage when I was about 9 years old on that guitar. So I always wanted to have one that's similar.
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds so sweet.
Boy, it does.
I usually, not usually, always play Fender Stratocaster. That's my thing. this is just different, and it's like very close to home. So it sounds sweet. You know, the good thing about this guitar, it can't sound so different. You can play rock and roll on this guitar. You know, it's twangy. It can scream too if you turn up the overdrive. You know,
Right.
and it can be very mellow and nice and bluesy. You know, you can do. So it's pretty cool. Also, you know, I'm a big fan of B.B. King, so I love that. So it's got a lot of different tones and very versatile guitar. So I love it. It's like a dream come true, you know, having this guitar. I love it. See, it sounds so different.
It does.
So. Yeah, I was just teaching one of my students actually earlier today, and we went over some AC/DC stuff, and it's perfect for that too, you know. And I was just. So it's good for riff rock too, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Love AC/DC, man.
Oh, me too. You know.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it's good for rock and roll, jazz, blues,
Anything.
you name it.
So you said your student, where you teaching?
Yeah, I give private guitar lessons at home, and I've been doing it for about 6 years now. And I have quite a few students, you know, every week.
I can't imagine you not.
Staying pretty busy.
What's going here in front of us?
Yeah, but I accept more students. Anybody's
So mom and
interested.
dads, call this man to teach your son or your daughter how to play this.
How do they get a hold of him?
Well, you can find our Facebook page, the Texas Flood Facebook page, and I also have an email that you can just email to the Tommy Katona Band at Gmail.
Tommy Katone Band at Gmail.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah, so hit me up and I'll help you. This is fun. Everybody should play guitar.
Now your website's texasflood.net.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Man, it's awesome.
Give us one more.
Yeah. What do you want to hear? Anything?
Led
You're
Zeppelin. You put the shirt on.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, what's your favorite Zeppelin tune?
Stairway. Probably.
Stairway?
Well, that's one of the prettiest, you know.
It is.
But, you know.
Misty Mountain.
Oh, really?
Oh, God. Misty Mountain. Oh, yeah. I love Misty Mountain.
That one, right? We'll do it next time.
Okay.
We don't always do it, you know, but sometimes when people are into it,
Yeah.
you know, if they're open for other stuff than Stevie, you know, we come out with this little medley.
So like, how do people find out when you're playing next? You have a schedule posted somewhere?
Oh yeah, the best way to find us is really well, you know, the website, texasflood.net, or just jump on our Facebook, and you know, we post a lot of stuff, you know, every day, and plus the weekly schedule, so you can definitely find us.
Just
Yeah,
y'all
somewhere
doing
down
some
there.
traveling, you know?
Yeah, every once in a while, you know, we travel. We went to Houston and Baton Rouge last time. We have shows lined up in Maine. We went to Maine last year, and we all were like, "What the hell are we doing in Maine?"
Oh, man.
You know,
That's a long
and
way
that's
away.
a great blues festival.
Was it?
And people just loved it.
Yeah. So like, are you playing in New Orleans?
Never. Well, actually, we did play outskirts of New Orleans in Chalmette.
Okay.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
And then in Baton Rouge, I guess.
Baton Rouge. We played in Baltimore
Wow.
and Reading, Pennsylvania, at Burke's Jazz Fest.
Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Yeah, we're having a lot of fun, you know, and we're planning on, you know, trying to line up some more out-of-state shows too.
Right.
But you know, this is home,
Right.
so we play here most of the time.
Yeah.
DFW area.
Right. Well, we're sure are glad, because this is where we spend most of our time, right here.
We'll be back always.
Yeah.
We don't really go so, you know, too far for too long.
Right. Well, Tommy, we're so thankful that you stopped by, man. It's really a
It's my
blessing
pleasure.
it's been a blessing that you spent that time with us.
It's my pleasure.
And I think we ought to do one more shot. I just didn't get the right vibe out of that last one. I thought we'd maybe just do one more.
See what we can
And
do.
You can do one more shot, can't you, Tommy?
I guess. Little one.
We'll let the light drive. So maybe we should, this time we're gonna have a shot to your career,
Well, thank you.
and may you continue to be successful. And
Yeah,
I know you pour your heart into it. So.
Yeah, I am. I'm just hoping that it'll reach out to more people and more young people, and they can recognize what, you know, good music is. Because these days it's,
They gotta stop doing this.
yeah. I mean, they can do that, but you know, look up the Texas Flood shows.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
Or, you know, just support local music.
Right, right. Anything but
Yeah,
George
good music.
Jones.
It's a good way to get thrown out of here.
Okay, all right.
Well, thank you
All
guys
right, this
very
is
much.
to Tommy and your family.
Thank you very much.
Many more successes to you guys.
Thank you.
And again, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Sure. I'm glad you enjoyed the food.
Oh, yeah.
Come back to AJ's on Main. You know, it's just a few blocks from Tokyo.
Oh, I know. I know. I looked at it, I was like, just walking
You
distance.
can do your pre-show warm-up right here, man. He's got a 110 outlet right there. You know what?
That's enough.
You know what? We could just get an amp and just leave it right there for you. So you just come in here and tune up right here. You wouldn't even have to.
We got a new patio coming, so
Yeah?
stick it out on the porch.
Yeah?
Let you wake up the neighbors.
There you go. Thanks, Tommy.
No problem.
Thank you.
Thank you
Okay.
guys.
See you again.